Hello again guys, I'm in Suffolk again today. It's a Sunday and I'm out for a little stroll out of the new Suffolk walks book again. Just very short walks these are, between like 2 and 5 miles, and to be precise we're in Hadleigh and we're doing the Hadleigh Railway Walk. So it is walk number 4. The walk is 5 miles in total, so it shouldn't take too long. It's a small free car park at the top of Station Road, which is where we're starting from. And yeah, we're going to be checking this out, heading to Raydon, which is a small village, and that's where the old station of Raydon Station was. And yeah, and then I think basically it's like a linear route, and then you turn around and come back. So it's very simple walk. You're going to want OS Explorer map 196, Sudbury and Hadleigh, and Dedham Vale, Lavenham and Long Melford. So yeah, without further ado, let's get ready to ramble and let's get ready to walk. When the Bentley to Hadleigh railway branch line finally closed to all traffic in 1965, it left a wonderful legacy for the likes of walkers, cyclists, nature lovers, joggers and dog walkers. Formally opened on the 20th of August 1847, the route, nowadays known locally as the Hadleigh Railway Walk, was a triumph of Victorian engineers and navvies. With little more than pickaxes, shovels and horse and carts, they reshaped the natural gradient with high embankments and opened up broad cuttings. The former track bed has a firm and level surface that can now be walked at any time of year, making it ideal for a leisurely stroll. Nature has taken over the verges, providing cover for small mammals and buried larders for songbirds. On the return leg, the undulating route passes through a tree plantation and cultivated fields before rejoining the railway walk. The Millennium Milestone positioned here indicates that Raydon, the end of the line, is 2 miles distant, heading down that way. Here's the remains of an old railway bridge. So the line would have run across here, of course, which is going over the road down there. drone give us brief glimpses of panoramic views over the Brett Valley. It's really nice out there. We've just passed under Hunter's Bridge, and yeah, we'll be heading, of course, this way down to Raydon station. Apparently it's just derelict remains of it, and the path ends quite abruptly apparently in front of a small car park. Hadleigh, meaning the heath covered place, nestles in the Brett Valley, which was carved out during the last ice age, lasting between 70,000 and 15,000 years ago. Although people settled in the area relatively late, in the 5th or 6th centuries, Hadleigh had grown prosperous with the wool trade by the 15th century, and is now a thriving town surrounded by intensively farmed land. The nature of today's agriculture makes these countryside sites more important as places where wildlife can live undisturbed. Many miles of disused railway line have become wildlife corridors through towns and farmed land. Grass embankments, woods and open views over the Brett Valley create an interesting 2¼ mile walk from Hadleigh to Raydon. When in use, this branch line of the Eastern Union Railway joined the Ipswich to London line at Bentley Junction. Trains were first welcomed to Hadleigh in 1847 and passenger services stopped in 1932. Hadleigh's prosperous malting and milling trades kept the goods trains chugging. In 1965 the branch line was closed. Wildlife sanctuaries have developed along the railway lines as they have been relatively undisturbed by humans. The railway walk takes you through varying landscape types, each creating its own special habitat, which are home to different plants and insects. Together they form the diet of birds and mammals to complete the natural cycle of life. The blue and orange tipped butterflies are especially conspicuous in spring. And as promised, the railway walk ends quite abruptly here at this little car park, and then in front of us is the remains of Raydon station. And this is the closest I can get to the remains of the station house at Raydon. So yeah, this would have been connected to the line over there. Well, I'm turning around and heading back that way now. Close to the old railway track is the site of Raydon airfield, which was constructed by US engineers during the Second World War. A mixture of Mustang and Thunderbolt aircraft flew from the airfield, acting as escort fighters on bombing missions. The vestry doors of St Mary's Church in Raydon are a fitting tribute to those airmen who lost their lives. Nowadays most of the airfield has been returned to farming, an industrial enterprise, although original hangars and other buildings still remain in place. Right, we're back at the Millennium sign. Hadleigh's a quarter of a mile down this way, so I've parked the car just up here. It's been a good little walk, this one. Very easy to navigate, probably one of the easiest going walks I think I've ever done. My shoes are still clean. I haven't sweated, nothing, so yeah, it's been nice really. I've taken my time with it. It's always good, nice relaxing Sunday afternoon stroll. Got some brickwork here, probably part of yeah, the original railway line and stuff. I've seen some of like the old wooden fence posts and the barbed wire fencing along the embankment, so that would have been of course part of the original line. Yeah, so there's a few remains of the Hadleigh railway line along here. It's really good. Right, we're back in Hadleigh now, and I've found the former station house building thingamabob right here. So there's all these new builds and residential areas now, but this is the station house. It actually looks like it's a private residence now. Yeah, it is. It's got a little garden out the back. Looks quite nice. And they've got a pumpkin outside still. So there you go. That's your station house at Hadleigh. So we've seen Raydon's, now Hadleigh's. Right, well that's the walk finished. I'm back at the car, and yeah, I want to head on home. It's not even that late really. I think it's about 4 o'clock, maybe not even that, and sort of the sun's slowly going down, but that's winter for you now. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and let us know what you think. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do. To use that have already, thank you very much for subscribing. You'll see me in the next one. So yeah, cheers, see you later.